Oh, hey. What's going on? Mr. Triple Crown Racing in the chat writes the following. Good afternoon, Sid. New to your channel. Welcome aboard, Mr. Triple Crown. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll all get along just fine.
It's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk facts.
We're giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came in to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
Play it on the car ride, play it when you lounge. X and O, you know that we can hold it down. Shout out to my man Sammy, got it off the ground. And to all the listeners tuned in right now, got debates, analysis, and speculation. This is sports talk for the new generation. You know where to find us, got a reputation. Sick podcast, your #1 sports destination.
Giving all our devotion, riding high on this wave of emotion. Going all out, yeah, cause this is our time. No, ain't no stopping us till we reach the finish line. All in, we came in to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick. On fire, we're ready to fight. We'll bring the house down tonight. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
S-I-C-K, it's the sickest podcast. Tune in for the audio, or you can even watch back. Giving players all the props, or put them on blast. We don't give no hot takes, only talk back. S-I-C-K, 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 S-I-C-K,
All in, we came in to win. We're gonna give everything. S-I-C-K on the run. S-I-C-K, sick.
You are now listening to The Sid Seixeiro Show. Powered by Sick Media, the sickest Toronto sports show. Now, here's your host, Sid.
What's up? It's Sid. It is, what are we doing here? Thursday, May the 28th. Do you know what's in 2 weeks exactly? Mundial. World Cup to the layperson. On this day, 2 weeks from now, 3 o'clock Eastern, will be Mexico and South Africa from Azteca. And then way later in the evening, get ready for like the 9 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern, midnight starts on some of these games. It's going to be a wild World Cup. But at 10 p.m. Eastern that night, South Korea, Czechia, the rivalry continues. That's day one. Then things get crazy the next day with Canada and Bosnia. I cannot wait. Look, are there going to be some bad games in this tournament? Yes. Yes, there will be. And I don't care. Sid Seixeiro Show live on YouTube, X, Facebook, powered by Sick Media. Great to see everyone today on this Thursday. Quick story. Jeff Azzapardi and myself, we've now officially been working with Sick Media since what was it? February 9th? It's the day after the Super Bowl. Thank you for confirming, Azo. And we knew they were a very good content company out of Montreal. We knew they were ambitious. We knew they were aggressive. Tony Marinaro has been with them for a long time, the voice of Habs Nation in this country. And I've been hearing Tony's name on all outlets lately. All outlets. But we knew, we were intrigued by Sick Media. Little did we know how amazing the experience would be. 2 examples. One, the room we're sitting in. They built us a studio not far from our places. True story. Nice building. It reminds us of other corporate entities we used to work at. Has all the things. And they just kind of put this together, made some calls, boom, we're set. I drove in this morning on a beautiful day again in Southern Ontario. It's going to be like this for the next 5 days. Outstanding. Canada's beaten USA at the World Championships, 3rd period. Everything's perfect. This will make up for the Olympics and the World Junior Championships. Yep. But I drove in this morning. And what do I see to my right? The second I drive in to this parking lot? Ice cream truck. There's an ice cream truck outside. I almost want to throw up a 15-minute slate in terms of an intermission so Azo and I can go outside and get ice cream. Is it still there?
Yep.
Jesus, that's so good.
I went and checked.
There's an ice... Yes. Mike in the chat, woot, woot. There is an ice cream truck outside. And it's not even like stupidly hot yet. Oh, doctor. They built us a studio. There's a hot dog guy down the street and then an ice cream truck outside. Pure diarrhea. And I'm here for it. Thank you, Sick Media. Appreciate it. Speaking of Montreal, I got a text today, and it simply said, looks like the Montreal Canadiens caught the Maple Leafs flu.
Damn.
Like, when Mitch Marner advanced to the Stanley Cup final, it felt like a week ago, but it was 2 nights ago. The one thing I was not expecting, I was expecting a certain type of discourse yesterday. And that's what we got. And I don't care what you think of the Marner story. I do genuinely find it very interesting. I do. Now, if you're a diehard Leaf fan, it is a punch in the face constantly, and I understand that. And if people inside MLSC are not feeling that, I think that's part of the problem. Shame can be a useful tool. Shame. I miss Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon coming back soon, though. It's gotten better with every episode. Started off really slow.
I got to get on that.
A lot of dragons. I think you'll like it. So yesterday I was expecting all the normal Mitch Marner Toronto stuff. Here's what I wasn't expecting yesterday. Montreal Canadian fans laughing at Leaf fans. And parts of the media here. Wasn't expecting it. Little surprised. Hey, Montreal. Having toujours fun today? You having a good time today, Montreal Canadian fans? No Marner talk today? No? Pas de Marner talk? No? Quiet? Je m'excuse? À la bibliothèque. Nothing today from the Habs? Nothing? Ole. Nothing? Boy, that got loud yesterday from Montreal. Loud. Didn't expect it, considering how things are going. Toot sweet. But it happened. I'm not hearing much of that today. There's a thing I like to do that I don't do enough of, and every time I go there, I'm just fascinated by the world. And it's the world of theater. And I there, it is probably one of the toughest jobs in entertainment to be a theater actor or actress consistently. Because the schedule is nuts. Now, it varies from city to city. But I know typically a Broadway schedule in New York, and I'm sure it's the case here in Toronto with Mirvish and all those companies. Monday off, but the rest of the week, you do 6 evening shows and 2 matinees. Like, that is a schedule. And I don't go to the theater as much as I'd like to, but every time I go, what I feel like I get back from these working actors on stage and actresses on stage is everything they got. I feel like I get everything they got. I should do it more. I love live theater. I love Lamp. I love live theater. Hamilton is great. Like, just I don't go searching for a play often. When I'm there, I have a great time, and I leave the theater, wherever it is, feeling like I've gotten my money's worth, feeling like my time that evening from an entertainment standpoint was respected. Always. Look, I'm sure there's crappy plays that are out there. I'm lucky enough where I haven't run into a ton of that. I'm lucky. Every time I've gone to the theater, sat in an audience, and expected to be entertained, I was very entertained by very talented people who were committed. 100% committed. And in the theater world, you go there, if you're part of the paying public, there's an expectation. There is a 100% stone cold expectation that you're going to give me your best. That's the theater. And that's the one thing I respect the most, considering most of them are exhausted on stage. Again, the schedule is 6 evening shows, sprinkle in a couple of matinees throughout the week. Saturday, Sunday, maybe a Wednesday, Sunday, whatever. Tough gig. Tough gig. Especially if you're one of the main characters. Or heaven forbid, an understudy, and you got to play the same role while learning your own part. But when you're in the crowd for like elite level stuff like that, there's an expectation. What am I going to get? What am I going to get? Am I going to get 100% of what you got that night? Now, professional sports is a roll of the dice. Different world. Ticket prices are probably the same, if not higher. But it's a different world. There's not an expectation in sports. You just kind of show up, and it is what it is. But the way the Bell Center has been lately, I think there's been an expectation. I know it's professional sports. I know things happen. I know one team is trying to on the other side, wearing the other jersey. Tale as old as time. But the theater and production that goes into a Bell Center home game is unlike anything else in hockey. All due respect to that Golden Knight falling from the ceiling. Do they still do that in Vegas?
I don't know.
The Golden Knight? Stupid. And then they fight like medieval times. Remember that?
Yes.
Do they still do that?
I think that was only first year.
Okay, I
They
hope.
do the air horn, right?
I hope they do. The medieval times fighting was one of the hokier things I've ever seen.
Golden Knights, man.
Only if you give me like a chicken leg or a turkey leg will I appreciate that as I watch. But in Montreal, it's different. In the Bell Center, it's different. Everyone's like, oh my God, there's Yaroslav Halak. Like they dip into time. They make it a production. It is theater in Montreal. And you can't expect as an audience to be 100% entertained all the time. But for the love of God, let it rub off on the players. That level of excitement, that pomp and circumstance, that drama. You would think. The Montreal Canadiens, after last night, are 2-6 at home this postseason. I'm not even going to get into yet how it happened. I'm talking generally. Generally. You show up to one of the great NHL Broadway theaters, which is the Bell Center in Montreal, and you're getting duds. Duds. Some worse than others, but just lame lame performances from your people. And that's the way it goes. I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair to that crowd. I don't think it's fair to that market. I don't think it's fair to that atmosphere. But it happens. So the question is now, as the Habs are down 3-1 to the Carolina Hurricanes, why? Why are we at a point in this postseason where the best atmosphere in professional sports gives you the worst efforts from the home team? In Toronto, that's the least surprising thing you're ever going to see. Oh, the Leafs looked flat? Crowd's flat? What came first, the chicken or the egg there? I don't know. Everything's flat. It was a flat cap that screwed them for years. Everything's flat. That's explainable. Montreal, way more difficult. Way more difficult following that 4-0 loss last night. And the only person I heard take a real kind of direct look at what this is the person least to blame, and that was Jakub Dobeš. Jakub Dobeš is trying. Look, could they have used a big save in that 8-minute period where Carolina scores 3 times in the first? Okay, sure. Not the third goal, but maybe another one. I don't know. Maybe Jordan Staal in front. I don't know. Keandre Miller's been he was the best player on the ice last night. Maybe he stops the second one. Maybe. Josh Anderson could do a job there in front too. Who knows? But it was Jakub Dobeš who was asked after the game, why do you guys kind of suck at home? That wasn't the exact phrasing. That's how I'm phrasing it. And even for one of the more blunt guys in the Montreal Canadiens room, Jakub Dobeš had a hard time trying to come up with an answer.
Oh, actually, it's weird. We are prepared. We are really energized, happy, excited to play, and I feel like at home during the regular season we were really good. It's just something is not clicking.
That's for damn sure. Nothing's clicking. Now Awake in the chat writes, Dobeš is the scapegoat now. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. He's the reason these things aren't 7-0. Yeah, I guess we have different definitions of scapegoat. I'll disagree with that. But that's your opinion. That's fine. But how this is going along, though, to me, and to a lot of people's obviously now the story, it's not just the losses. It's the how. It's the visual. Montreal in game 2 the other night in Carolina, 12 shots on goal. The next game in Montreal, 13 shots on goal. And not only that, they had 1 shot in the third, 1 in overtime in that third game. Last night, what is the only narrative going into that game last night? What is the only narrative? People stop talking about who's carrying the torch. That's no longer that important. All due respect to Yaroslav Halak. It's not that important right now. The only talking point in this game is, can they shoot on the net? Pucks on the net. Hockey 101. Michael Scott once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Great Michael Scott quote. I know it's Gretzky. But that's the only story. Guys, you got to shoot. You got to shoot. You're now, never mind winning the series, you're now embarrassing yourself. You got to shoot. You got to shoot. It took 9 minutes for the Habs to get a shot on goal last night. 9. To start the third period, it took them 7. This is how they're coming out. This is how they're looking after guys, let's huddle up. Let's huddle up. Let's figure it out. Nick Suzuki is lost out there. There was a moment in that first period where he had a clear lane to just try and get a shot on, and he didn't know what to do. He decided to skate and got nipped immediately by a Carolina Hurricane behind him. Threat averted. They're so scared they don't know how to shoot anymore. Terrified. And it's not just like what we've seen the last 3 games out of the Canadiens isn't just bad. It's something we've never seen before. And Luke Fox of Sportsnet tweeted this out from OptaStats. I missed this. But follow me here as I read what we just witnessed for 3 games with Montreal. This is from OptaStats on Twitter. The Canadiens have 43 shots on goal in over 197 minutes of game time over the last 3 games. Per 60 minutes, that's 13.1 shots per 60. 13.1. That's the fewest shots per 60 by any NHL team over any 3-game span, regulation or postseason, since shots were first tracked in 1955-56. What is that? And the picture for the listening audience is Martin St. Louis biting his nails, trying to figure out what witty thing he's going to say in 2 languages after the game. One more time. In terms of shots per 60 minutes, what we have just witnessed from the Montreal Canadiens is the worst hockey ever played in recorded NHL history. Not hyperbole. That's exactly what that said. The worst. The worst. In Montreal. At home, generally. The worst. Carolina's losing to Vegas in 5. I got news for you. And that's what Montreal's doing against them. That is the worst hockey ever played in the league over 3 games. And I saw the Leafs play this year. The last time the Habs had 30 shots in a game was Game 4 of the Sabres series. And for a home crowd in that theater known as the Bell Center to soak that in is not fair to them. You don't have to win every night. You're not going to lose every night. Sports. I get it. But there's an expectation at the basement level for something. For something. And in that theater in Montreal, it's turned into the theater of the absurd. You all demand refunds, please. I'll back you on that. No one's guaranteed anything in sports, but home fans in Montreal are guaranteed more than that. That's crazy. That's some of the worst hockey ever played in the league. And based on what we've just seen here, there will be no encore performance following tomorrow night. This thing's ending tomorrow night, and it should. It's starting to hurt my eyes. And I think fans in Montreal might need to be put out of their misery too. This is so bad. All of that goodwill earned in this rebuild is taking a step back. I'm sorry. No one's mentioning that. This does not look close to ready to prime time the way we thought it did. I think we were wrong. In the days of Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon not making moves at the deadline because they still wanted to see how it worked out, watch this. Watch this offseason. Kent Hughes just entered the summer chat because that is a different level of losing. That's unique. And it means there are greater issues here. They're not just young. They're not just tired. They're getting outplayed and outcoached at every turn. to the paying public, I'm sorry you had to witness that in Montreal. You deserve way better. Because the reviews of this off-Broadway presentation are not good. And you might not get a second run in that city with this roster if it fizzles out again like that tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's a fight for jobs night for Montreal. Who wants to stay here? Who? And I know there's some of you out there saying, oh, listen, they're young, Sid. They're the youngest team in the postseason, blah, blah, blah. You get Kent Hughes on the phone now, honestly to you, you'll be surprised by that conversation about what this is, which is borderline quitting. Worst hockey we've ever seen in 3 games. Did not see that coming. Did not. Toujours fun? Having toujours fun? Jeff Essaparty, good afternoon.
Oh la la, Sydney. Oh la la.
What do you make of this?
Quelle surprise. It's I didn't see it coming either. Who knew?
Your French is very good.
Yeah, thank you.
You did go to enhanced French.
I think there's a 5-minute technical difficulties board we can put up here. If you want to go grab an ice cream, make you feel a bit
The
better.
Habs should have put that up in the first period.
It's true. How many shots did they have over the last 3 games?
12, 13, and 18. And 18 was really off the strength of the good second period.
The Canes had 44 last night, but in that span you were talking about, they had 43. Was that the tweet? Yeah, right? The Canes had 44 last night.
And the Habs, I think, had 43. What was the number? They had 43.
In 197. Over 197.
Over 197. It is a level of ineptitude that can't be ignored with youth, and they're tired.
No.
There's something else here. They're not that good. And we've kind of bought into it, and I'm the first one at the head of the line. I've been like, they're ready. Here we go. This Canes team is not winning the Stanley Cup, and they have not faced real opposition at any point. Please do not tell me.
Game 1 of the series when the Habs were flying.
Because they mailed it in, because they thought it would be easy. Because they were playing at Philly, Ottawa levels. So Montreal upped it just a touch, and they're like, okay, we'll put you in your place and hit 48, and there's nothing you can do about it. I can't believe that. Slosh Hogger in the chat, they're frauds. Yeah, feels like they are.
No.
The Habs are frauds. You can't play hockey that poorly and not tell me there's some type of fraud behavior there.
That's another level. It's true. It's so disappointing.
It's incredibly disappointing.
Especially when you get to conference finals. You want to see some good hockey. That just, man, and I hate the way Carolina plays. Like, it's not exciting to watch. But I don't hate it. Suffocate
you. Hate the way they play? Yeah. I don't hate it like that. It's working. It's effective. And here you have a guy in Rod Brindamore.
It is effective.
It's very effective. But here you have a team in Carolina who've been beat, 2 straight years by Florida? You'd think you'd learn something.
Yeah.
And they have a little bit.
I guess.
It's you gotta be in people's hip pockets.
Or to your point, Montreal's just not that good, right? A team goes
I think it's a combination of the two.
It goes on a run and then it just hits a wall or something. Like something comes home to roost. Like they're just not that good and their warts get shown.
Andrew in the chat, Montreal didn't see the Carolina train coming. Nope. Nope, they did not. They did not. But in terms of all right, so let's go to Martin St. Louis. And I mean, Azzo, you know me. Love me some Martin St. Louis.
Of course.
Not one lineup change between games 3 and 4. Not one line change to start the game in the first period. That changed in the second. But not a line. So they had gone 12 shots in game 2, 13 shots in game 3, and no real line shuffling last night. That was Martin St. Louis' strategy. Now, Martin St. Louis is known to be loyal to his guys. I get it. I fully understand it. But even the most loyal people at some point have to go, wait a second. Wait a second. I wouldn't have played Slavkovsky the rest of the game after that first period. Yeah. And I would have thought about it with Suzuki. But that's not how he works.
You can see it. The stats are telling you that. Like, everything's right there.
You're allowed. You're allowed.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it. So I'm looking at this also as a massive Martin St. Louis failure over 3 games. First game, all right. Second game, all right, you might have to talk about some things. Third straight game, You're looking like you're coaching back in Pee Wee. You are out of your depth. Brindamore is taking your lunch money. And I was really curious for how Martin St. Louis was going to come out after the game. Were we going to get a little fire, or was it going to be the same John Cooper BS? What are we going to hear? What the hell were we going to hear? So I'll let Martin St. Louis speak for himself.
Talked about the predictability of the Hurricanes, the pressure they're going to bring. And when you're under it for 2 straight games, how hard is it to have the composure to realize sometimes when you have space to make plays?
Yeah. Well, that's part of it. I feel like we have players with the most space with the puck, and we don't skate enough. We pass it to a player with no space, so you kind of play into their pressure, and it's a little bit of that.
Is that like a psychological accumulation?
It's just recognizing that, the way they play, the guy with the most ice in space should take the ice, and we're playing into we're not playing fast enough when we have the puck with our feet. We're not playing fast enough off the puck so we can kind of bypass the pressure, and they got really, really good sticks.
I think we're seeing why the Hurricanes swept their first 2 series. I guess you heard the fans third period. They're yelling, shoot the puck. They're frustrated. Your players are frustrated. How do you deal with that frustration when the guys
stand tall,
get a shot?
Stand tall.
Is there something different that they need
The
to do?
game's going to humble you. Whenever you get humble, you just stand tall. It's not fun to hear that, but they're not wrong.
The hell does that mean, stand tall? I love you, Marty. You're 5'8". You don't know about that life. What do you mean stand tall? What the hell does that mean, stand tall? I was afraid of this. I was afraid of this. Drew Mega in the chat. Yep. Martin St. Louis needed to make lineup adjustments and didn't. And I'm not saying they would have worked, but you got to try.
Yeah.
You got to Brendan Gallagher or something. You got to mix it up at some level if you're playing that poorly.
Yes.
Like Craig Berube did that kind of stuff. Like he just kind of stood there and watched and didn't do anything. I have a feeling in Montreal today, they're not taking kindly to that.
They shouldn't.
The lack of action.
Even I get the calming presence behind the bench, but show some emotion. Yell at your guys. Fire them up. Do something.
And
like they're tapping on the board and they're just.
I don't even need the yelling.
Yeah.
Just like
mix it up.
Mix it up.
Yeah. Do something.
What the hell are you doing, man?
You got to start a spark somehow.
Like your captain's afraid to take a shot. What is going on out there? Call a timeout and just go, enough.
Yep.
I want you shooting the puck from our blue line.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care. So the first part of what he said, well, the guys with open space need to take it, and they're passing it to guys with closed off space. Obviously, the neutral zone's an issue. Getting out of your zone's an issue, but the neutral zone is also an issue. How about you try the little chip in that the Leafs tried all year but couldn't do properly? If you're going to get the puck in their end, the puck has to be in their end.
At least you got fast guys.
You got faster guys in the Leafs.
Yeah,
try it.
Exactly.
How about get in over the center ice line if you can even make it there? How about loop it in? Alley-oop. Try something. It's staggering how they wouldn't adjust.
The crowd was doing more coaching than him, as whoever the media guy there was that pointed out. The crowd was trying to tell them.
Do you have that clip?
I do.
So let's courtesy who this is from.
Montreal Junior on YouTube.
Okay, so after again at the end of the clip there, you heard the fans are yelling shoot. Now I was kind of in and out audio wise. I had the game on, but I was in and out audio wise. I didn't hear all of the shoot the puck. What I didn't realize last night was how often it was happening inside a Bell Center.
I caught it for 8 seconds on the Sportsnet broadcast, but then I went to look and I saw this Montreal Junior on YouTube posted a video, and it seemed like it was going on even during timeouts.
I was stunned because again, SportsCenter this morning had a little bit. I heard I heard it on the Sportsnet broadcast last night. I didn't realize it was for uncomfortably long stretches inside Bell Center. So again, this is from the Twitter account Montreal Junior.
Yeah.
This account has put together some of this noise. This is one of the most embarrassing things you're going to hear if you're the home team.
And then just followed by boos. Like,
dude.
wow.
Dude. Daryl in the chat. Montreal fans needed waffles last night.
No.
There were plenty of people waffling on the ice. Didn't need it. That was already happening. John in the chat. Winning first game of the series can be a bad omen. It's interesting.
Especially with the other team out for almost 2 weeks.
Yes.
Woke them up quick.
Like, again, Daryl in the chat. Fire St. Louis and you trade Suzuki because he has been a complete no-show. I think that's a bridge too far. That's a bridge too far.
But where do you weigh that? Like, it's the truth, right? Because, like, remember when the Leafs, they play Washington in their first, with the core four? Was that their first playoff series?
It was like 6 one-goal games.
And there was so much hope around them. Montreal still has to have hope, but it's their top guys just not even showing up throughout the playoffs. Maybe one game.
I just don't. I do have a hard time with the like. I feel like the excuse machine in the media is going full speed on this to say they're tired. No. I've seen tired teams get 25 shots plenty of nights. This is beyond the pale. This is abnormal, and this demands far more internal investigating. I wish I would have pulled the clip. I want to pull the clip for you tomorrow. I hated how Nick Suzuki sounded after that game last night.
Yeah, they all did.
Now, Lane Hudson was fine with me. He was actually pretty pissed.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Dobish, I was fine with. I hated Nick Suzuki's too cool for school with that. Reminded me of other Toronto captains that were a little too cool for school.
By the way, Dobish's birthday yesterday. You guys couldn't play better for him? Come on.
It's true. 25 years old.
25 years old, yeah.
Do you know
guys couldn't put up more shots for your goalie on his birthday? Guys bailed you out?
Do you know what the last... No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, my problem is, Marty St. Louis, if you don't mix it up, how do you know if you couldn't have sparked these guys? Like, just see something different.
Not one lineup change to start last night.
Insane.
Not one line change in warm-ups. Nothing. You're coming off 12-shot and 13-shot performances. Nothing.
That's insane.
Nothing. Biggest game of your season. That is borderline lazy management of that roster. Borderline lazy. Marquez St. Louis is looking really comfortable lately.
It's crazy.
Really comfortable. Losses like this muddy your internal waters. This is not a good way to go out.
No.
I'd much rather you lose game 5 in either Buffalo or Tampa than look like this. Because more questions come in than would have previously been the case.
And you can't tell get one guy going at least. Never mind if the whole line's not going. Get one guy going. Do something. You got to try something, don't you?
3-0 Canada. Let's go against the States. Was that Connor Brown? God, I hate the IHF website.
And it was 3 goals in 3 minutes last night? Like under 3 minutes.
Connor Brown.
Is it?
Let's go. Suck it, U.S. From White Cloud and Ryan O'Reilly. Guess who has no points today? Any Leafs and Oilers.
Evan Bouchard got knocked out pretty bad.
Evan Bouchard got cranked in this game.
Yeah, apparently wasn't moving for a few
shot.
seconds.
Yeah, that's actually rather concerning.
It really was. I'm just happy for this because I couldn't deal with Matthew Tkachuk after this if the U.S. won.
I'm stunned Matthew Tkachuk is at this.
He's got like 7 points. He's got 4 goals and 3 assists.
But this is
4 games.
This is what like international hockey every 2 years is now going to do. Because if you don't show up, you're not going to play for Hockey Canada or USA Hockey or I like that.
He's fresh though. He hasn't played much the last 2 regular seasons either.
I guess. Well, he's leaving now. Connor Brown. Let's go, baby. Woo! We're back
this year.
We're back, asshole. Go Canada, go.
How's Morgan doing?
Here, maybe this comment helps you out. Andrew in the chat. Morgan Riley is still the worst D-man on the roster.
Oh no!
Yep. So that I don't know if that gives you a summary of how Morgan's doing. I think
Vancouver.
I think he has 3
you
assists.
Want this guy?
Hey, Vancouver, go ahead.
If you're the Leafs, you'd be like, "Hey, Morgan, maybe sit this one out. We're trying to trade you."
Yeah, maybe sit this one out just a touch. Okay, so.
It is ludicrous that no lineup change.
I can't believe that.
He wasn't going. Maybe he gets going. Like you don't know what you have here.
No one's saying it's the magic ointment. No one is suggesting that Brendan Gallagher or Kapanen back in. Like Go! Crosby! Or is that Celebrini? I don't care.
All
4-0 Canada. Suck it, States.
We're turning this into a
4-0.
live stream? Is this what we're doing?
Crosby, 10 points in the tournament, his first goal. Wasn't
Let's
even
go.
going to be there. Brad Treliving went, huh? You're here? Yes, he's there. Let's go.
With the A on his
Let's
chest.
go, Crosby.
The weird A on his chest.
It's our game.
World Championships, yeah.
It's coming home. Oh, it's an empty net goal. I'll calm down. It was an empty net goal. I thought he was
Still a goal. Still a goal for
empty
Sid.
net goal. I'll calm down.
He's the best at that.
All right. So Canada alive and well at the World Hockey Championship. The nation can breathe again. So does this? Okay, a couple things, Azo, because I did notice, and the Sid Seixeiro Show Twitter account threw this out, and somebody after the game mentioned that Martin St. Louis brought this up in the room after the game. Martin St. Louis, twice has been part of teams that came back from 3-1 down to win a series. Once with Tampa,
Okay.
and then the famous one with the Rangers after his mom passed, I
Right,
believe.
right.
It's a good story. I'm sure it can provide inspiration. This is over, though, right?
Yeah.
This is over.
They're just not showing anything. Again, 3 goals in that 3 minutes to start. And then the shots on net. Like, where, besides Dobish, tell me the bright spot you're seeing.
It's a great question. I don't see it. I know Josh Anderson didn't have a good moment on the 2-0 goal. I think generally Josh has been good.
The difference from
He's
the
been
first
good.
game has just been outrageous.
But again, are you really going to look at Alex Newhook every night and go save our ass?
Mm-hmm.
They got 50 goal scorers and 30 goal scorers who are running scared out there.
You got to get it to game 7 for Newhook to save you.
And I guarantee you one thing Kent Hughes is going to do this offseason. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know what the price is. But you have to get bigger on the back line.
Yeah.
You have to get bigger. People keep saying, well, that Vegas defense is pretty big. That Canes defense is pretty big too.
No kidding.
And they have the Gostisbeheres of the world who aren't that big, but it will occasionally block a shot that leads to a 3-0 goal.
Yeah.
And in a way, this might be a good thing to happen to Kent Hughes because now it's green light. I don't want to hear the Nick Suzuki whining about let's keep the boys together. No, you have not had that kind of series to warrant that talk. Don't even start with that. Don't start with that. I hated how laissez-faire Nick Suzuki was. I know generally that's his personality. I'm gonna play a bit of it tomorrow. But man, that gave me Leaf vibes.
Yeah, well,
that gave me Leaf vibes listening to Nick Suzuki last night. Yeah, well, at least we got another shot on the road. Really? You just humiliated yourself in front of the best crowd in hockey for 2 nights? And have generally done it most of the postseason, actually. 2-6 at home?
Yeah.
You're like, but we'll, we got a chance on the road here.
What's the issue there?
What?
That's insane.
What are you talking about? I couldn't believe that. I'm beyond disappointed with this team. I really am. And that's from outside the market. One can only imagine.
Yeah, inside. It's true.
I feel like listening to Tony Marinero show today, just in French.
Yeah,
and I'll pick up on everything.
Oh, you'll understand.
I'll pick up on every ounce of that. He does the show daily, 10 a.m., Sick Media Network. And I'm going to just let it roll in the car and go, yep, good point. Good point, Tony. Yep, go get him, Marinero. It's wild.
It is insane. It's crazy, especially after seeing them the way they fought with Tampa and Buffalo. Different kinds of styles, but they battled their way through. They can't do anything here.
BGRX in the chat. Suzuki and Caulfield are too small. Demidov as well. Demidov couldn't have the puck settle last night on his
None
stick
of them,
too.
dude.
I couldn't believe what I was watching here. Mike in the chat. Suzuki, it's a learning experience. Yep, that's very Leaf. That's very Leaf.
But overall, it's got to be positive, no? Getting through 2 rounds, more than the Leafs ever did. But then when you see, yeah, you're right. When you go out like this, it's just going to leave you with such a sour taste.
It's a valid point you bring up.
You got to remember they've won 2 rounds, more than the Leafs ever did.
Okay, so let me ask you this. And considering you're in Toronto.
Am I? Oh, yeah.
You are.
Okay, cool.
So when the Panthers beat the Leafs in 5 after the Leafs finally beat Tampa in the first round, what was the feeling in this?
Dude, I told you, I've never seen the emotions change on a roller coaster like that.
Within
a 7-day week or 7 days.
The playoffs, the only thing I've seen it kind of linger is the Jays World Series run.
Yeah.
where there was still there was angst, but there was still positivity with it because there was a lot of positivity with it. This is the type of performance to me in Montreal that wipes clean anything you've done the previous 2 rounds. Anything.
But again, when your coach isn't doing anything to try and spark guys,
I just
to
don't
mix it up.
I don't understand what he's trying to get accomplished here, St. Louis.
I
really
understand
don't.
staking to your first line in the first round, but now, come on, man, you're in the conference. Like, do something.
No one is suggesting it would work.
Yeah.
No one's
But at
suggesting it
least
would work.
you know.
You have to try.
You know.
You have to mix up a line. You have to bring in
And you'll learn
Brendan
more
Gallagher
about your
or
players.
somebody to just give you a little some. He inserted Gallagher once in his lineup. Kind of worked out for him this postseason.
But it'll also tell you about the guys like Suzuki if they're playing with somebody different, would it not? Like, you'll learn more about your younger players when you see who and what they're playing with. Like, that's the thing. When you know what these guys are, it hasn't been working, especially in this round. Try something new.
James in the chat, Jackson, Blake, and Stankoven are also small. Stop the excuses. Valid point.
No, it's true.
That's a valid point. Not everyone on Carolina is huge.
Maybe we should get Bruce Cassidy on today. He's being pretty open. What would he do?
We'll get to him in a second.
I know, just a tee up, just a
We'll get to
teaser.
him in a second.
A little teaser.
I have the best clip you're going to have today.
There you go. Thank you.
We pulled it right before the show.
Yeah.
You're going to want to hear this from Bruce Cassidy. Whoa. Whoa, Bruce Cassidy.
There you go. Just a teaser. That's all I wanted you to do.
M. Bell in the chat. I have never seen a team more overwhelmed than the Habs last night. I did the game before. They were way more overwhelmed in game 3.
To that point, though, the crowd turning on you like that, you think that's what overwhelmed them?
Do you have that clip ready again,
Yeah.
Azzo? Dial it up for me. I'm very because in Toronto, I mean, maybe you'd hear some boos. I don't know, but like Toronto by the end of that series against Florida last year, like Game 5 was the anger night. Game 7, everyone just knew what was going to happen.
Right.
And no one really said anything inside Scotiabank Arena when the Leafs lost to Florida last season.
Well, to your point, that series against Florida, after they finally got past the first run, they lost the first 2 at home.
Correct.
And then everybody expected them to go on the road for game 3 and come out on fire. And I think they did the same thing the Habs did yesterday, was drop 3-0 right away within the first period.
I couldn't believe it. Again, this is embarrassing if you're the Canadiens. This is your home crowd.
Again, more emotion than Marty St. Louis behind the bench. The one guy at the end who's just like, shoot the puck. Like 20,000 people know what the issue is.
I also found it interesting. That was mostly in English.
Yeah. Fair.
How do you say shoot the puck in French?
Shootez le puck.
Mr. French immersion. Really?
I don't know.
Shootez le puck. Ferme la bouche, man. Ferme la bouche. Nate Jones in the chat. Shoot the puck. Shoot le puck? No, there's no way that's
I'm
it.
kidding.
Here it is. I think this is
la
it.
rondelle.
Yeah, this is cryptic in the chat. Tire la rondelle.
Yeah.
Shoot the puck has a different ring to it.
There you go. It does.
But
It's
tire la rondelle.
Yeah,
Tire la
Actually,
different vibe.
Yeah, totally.
Different vibe. You want to troll the Habs in Carolina tomorrow night? Say Tire la rondelle.
What difference does it make? They didn't understand it anyway.
Yeah, they didn't understand it at all.
Man, it's crazy, dude.
Listen, I've never Ripé la biscuit chimichanga. No, that's not it.
La waffle.
There's no way that's it. I feel for that fan base. That's a tough way to go out, man. That's not Tampa. That's not Florida.
This is no, like, it doesn't play off the playoff format, right?
That's a team that is choked at this time of year constantly in Carolina.
But this happens in hockey all the time. Like, I thought Minnesota looked so good after their first series, and they lay an egg against Colorado. Colorado looked great in that series, and then they looked like garbage against Vegas. Like, what's going on here?
Hyperbear in the chat. Anthony Santander suiting up for the Habs tomorrow. we have an update on Santander. The shoulder is coming along, so we'll bring you that update a little later on. Anything else, Azzo? I'm stunned.
No.
I'm floored by that.
Me too.
I'm absolutely floored by that. That's the worst hockey we've seen in the league's history.
Is this why they say this is the hardest trophy to win? Because you need to bring that energy for multiple rounds? Because they brought it in the first 2 rounds. This round, they are flat.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
Can we hold off for 1 second on the hardest trophy to win because your top forward plays a third of the hockey game.
Yeah.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is going to work harder tonight. That's a 48-minute game, guys. He's out there for 45 minutes.
I think that game's going to get nasty. Too.
Like, I'm just saying that the fatigue thing, I'll hear that from the Habs, maybe the blue line. The blue line were awful last night. There was one play late. It was in the third period. I think it was Gooley and Struble were so out of position, there were just forwards coming back to try and help. Like, you didn't see a defenseman in the shot. Slafkovsky and someone else, I think it was Jake Evans, was trying to help. I have rarely seen a back six play that ass in my life. Lane Hudson was out of it.
Yeah.
Mike Matheson, when he doesn't feel like doing anything, he will not do anything for you. Like, I couldn't believe Dobson was lost.
There wasn't a bright
believe
spot
it.
besides Dobish.
Like, Lane Hudson really trying is a dangerous thing like
Yeah.
that. And I understand what the kid was trying to do. Bad scene.
Over trying.
Bad scene. At this point, you just try and get to the red line and dump.
But again, that's why you mix it up sometimes, isn't it? To get back to some fundamentals and not do that. Not over try. Like, just keep pushing the same thing where you're hitting a wall. So you make some changes. So at least, okay, new partner, maybe you slow it down. You let the game kind of come to you more.
Maybe.
Graceful Shutdown in the chat asked this. Would Buffalo have done better? And sadly, right now, I'm thinking they would have.
Yes.
They would have fought back more.
I guarantee you that it had 25 shots.
Yeah? Yeah.
Lindy Ruff teams would have had 25 shots.
Yep.
100%.
And they would have, who cares if they're bigger or not? They would have laid some hits out.
We have a World Hockey Championship question in the chat, Azo. Andy in the chat. Can Latvia upset Norway? Well, based on what we've seen from Latvia so far, I'd say yes.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I've watched all of Latvia's games, like you.
All 17 of them?
All 17. All 17.
This tournament's been going on forever.
Dude, the World Hockey Championship makes the 48-team World Cup look like a one-week tournament.
It's true.
It's the longest
What
thing.
is longer? It feels like this is almost longer
the
than
only
the World
thing
Cup.
longer than the World Hockey Championship is the MLS season.
Didn't it start right after the regular season? We've been through 2 rounds.
We've actually it took like an extra week break.
So it's only 2.5 rounds of playoff hockey we've seen while this has been going on.
It just feels like it's long. Tony in the chat, Habs defense makes Morgan Riley look like Paul Coffey.
Oh my God.
It's rough. That is rough.
Oh.
Okay, so that's where we're at. I think you and I both think this is ending tomorrow night, Azo.
But man, what's worse though? They end it next game, or they come home and end it. They lose at home again.
I'd rather just lose tomorrow night.
Lose game 5.
Just lose tomorrow night.
Seriously. If you come home and lose it again, game 6, like you get knocked out at home, that would suck even more.
So now, and someone in the chat mentioned it earlier, I think it was Ali Bear. My apologies. So if this is the Stanley Cup final, and it looks like it will be Carolina, Vegas, if you're a Habs fan, who are you rooting for? If you're a Leaf fan, who are you rooting for?
Is it the Canes and Frederick Anderson gets Conn Smythe instead of Vegas and Mitch Martin?
Yeah, where's all the Frederick Anderson was misused in this town talk?
Yeah.
No one's really talking about that.
Nobody's saying that.
Because
Come
he
on.
super was average. No one, and at some point at the end, he just didn't want to play anymore.
You think you can make 12 saves? Like, if that's the shots you're getting, all you have to do is make 12 saves. Not even. You can make 10
I can
saves
make at
and you
least
still
6.
win. Yeah.
If you only made me face 12 shots in a National Hockey League game, I can give you 6.
Because he was
Tops.
facing 35, 40 shots a night here.
Dude, if Frederick Anderson gets pulled at various times in the Cup final, the Habs have to fire people.
Yeah.
You have to fire people. It is like Martin St. Louis for the first time legitimately as a guy behind the Habs bench, as a 50-year-old, looks like the guy who's never had any real head coaching experience. And spare me that he asks a lot of questions. Shut up. What questions is he asking now? Because Hab fans want him to ask some questions of his team. Nothing changed before that game last night. Nothing. Finally, in the second period, maybe we should change some things. Yep. Good idea, Marty. Good idea.
You would think.
Wow.
But does Ken Hughes now face what the Leafs do? Like, do they need more grit? Like, why could Florida always get past the Canes, but they couldn't? Like, they have those ratty guys. They have the Marchands or the Sam Bennetts.
The part,
Is that what they need?
Part of the dialogue, it's a good point, Azo. Part of the dialogue this year in Montreal, let's not be revisionist. Part of the dialogue was they're not throwing as many hits as they should.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a bizarre thing to say after watching that Tampa series because they were up for it the entire series.
Seriously, right.
The problem is they can't even get possession in the neutral zone here, and it's game over. At least Tampa were giving up some ice. And if the Habs were to beat one or two guys, I still don't know how with Matheson and Hudson and Dobson there, who have a reputation for being able to beat a guy one-on-one, they can't do it here. Now, maybe the fatigue is on the back end and not necessarily the forward group. That I'll hear. That I'll understand. But I'm stunned that that's how it's played out.
Yeah,
You have a
course.
very mobile blue line for the most part. Arbor Jack guy is aside.
Yeah.
You have a pretty mobile blue line.
Wi-Fi.
You're not seeing it.
Well,
It's shocking.
but that's the other
It's
part of
shocking.
this. You made it to a conference final, and I don't think you saw the best hockey out of this team throughout the entire playoffs because their first line was never really humming.
By the way, Two Putt Shakur in the chat.
Is that nice handle?
He gets the show. He writes, for content purposes, Habs win tomorrow, exit at home on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's some good producing.
That
there.
is.
That's exactly what should happen for the sake of our little community here on the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick. I like that.
But would you not agree with that? Like that's where the hope comes in with the Habs, is they haven't even looked like their best or even close to it. Like
No.
they've like
No. Well, game one.
yeah,
game one.
Yeah, no, but I mean, and you're in the Eastern Conference Final.
I mean,
Like at no point has this been humming along. Like
No,
your
no.
defense hasn't played multiple games where it's looked the best. Besides your goaltending, like again, your front line, your back line has not been consistently good. I wouldn't even call them like like they haven't been great. They've been
No.
okay. And you made it to the conference final.
no, but okay is the proper way to describe them because let's remember they won a game 7 getting outshot 29-9.
Yeah, nine shots. Under 10 shots.
Let's remember how it happened too, right? Like Jakub Dobeš deserves 80%
Yeah.
of the credit here.
That's what I mean, though. Besides the goaltending,
With all due respect. But I just don't get the lack of moves. Does he not do anything going into that game tomorrow night? Martin St. Louis?
he's got it.
Do you honestly believe that's
Or
a
that's
possibility?
another conversation.
Because based on what I've just seen, that's a possibility.
I think it is. No, I think he doesn't.
Martin
do
St.
anything.
Louis has an FU gene in him just for the media. I believe that.
But to just be so calm, like, dude, do you understand how close you are? Do you know what this could do for your coaching legacy?
The stuff after the game too. Well, our guys with space are giving it to guys without space. Well, I mean, you have to try and move it out of your zone at some point.
Then
I
change
do
what you're
understand
doing.
that philosophy.
Yeah. Put somebody else out there.
Wow, man. Okay. Game 5. Tout le monde. Tomorrow night in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let's see how that goes. Can the Habs get to 20? What's the over-under on shots on goal for the Habs tomorrow night?
Man.
What's Betway saying on that?
So we have to look at that.
I don't know.
Well, it's got to be like under. So
Somebody in the chat, help if you can help us out. What's the over-under on Habs shots tomorrow night, game 5?
if you guessed, what would you guess?
21.5.
Yeah.
Like something like that. What do you think? I'm saying 21.5.
I'll say just slightly higher, 23 and a half.
23. Okay, I thought you were going to $1 me Price is Right style.
1 point.
I did not like that.
Because it's not even like 10 shots yesterday was the most, and that seems like a big win for them.
Somebody's saying 18.5.
I saw that too, but that can't be. Really?
I'm seeing 16.5, 18.5. I mean, I mean, it's probably fluctuating depending on where you go. But that is going to be a scene tomorrow.
That's 6 shots.
And listen, Carolina have been dying for this opportunity since 2006. They've been close a lot. 4 Eastern Conference Finals the last 8 years. That's no joke.
But that's why you have to have the conversation, right? Because they might be there again next year. And plus, Florida wouldn't take this from these guys either.
There's a lot of the over-unders 1.5 shots. There's a lot of this right now in the chat. That's pretty funny. I am enjoying that. My God, even when they lose, I got to watch Matthew Tkachuk do an interview. Get out of here.
Dude, I'm so
Changing
over
the
this
channel,
guy.
man. Changing the channel.
It's okay. The football
See this
season's almost starting. Kelsey's are
Idiot's
going to
face.
be back.
Get
in
off the
football.
TV, you idiot. Stupid face. Get out of here.
You're the one who wanted it on.
No, I'm going to CP24. Show me this forecast.
Tell him the truth. You were hoping it'd go into overtime so we could do
Look at this forecast.
so
My
we could do a
God.
live stream.
I'm so excited. I'm going to have to call someone after 4 hours.
We need ice cream.
Ice cream. Is the ice cream truck still outside?
It was. That's where I went before the show. I went to check.
Oh,
I thought about getting one.
what's your favorite ice cream truck thing?
Oh,
I like the vanilla ice cream with the crusted chocolate on top of it.
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you
Where
call
they
that.
dip it, the
That's
chocolate dip,
that's my favorite one.
and then it's either in peanuts.
But I don't
or-
do
No?
ice cream cones.
Oh, they do that in the Sunday. Yeah, I guess they would.
Ice cream cones are the dumbest thing ever invented. When someone said, "Can't we just put this in a cup? It's cleaner." Society changed for
Why?
ice cream.
Then you got to throw it out. It's bad for the environment. Just
why
eat
do I
it.
want to buy something
cone.
that ends up down my wrist?
Because you
Why
don't
am
know
I
how
on
to
the
eat it.
clock Why is there a pitch clock on me eating an ice cream cone?
But then it melts in the cup. It's weird. And what do you scoop it up? You drink it? No.
You just used a spoon. Ice cream cones are stupid.
No.
The
Anything
cone
you can
itself,
eat.
first off, the cone itself does not taste great.
Don't have to look for garbage.
Unless someone makes a sour cream and onion cone, that's a different story. The cone itself is never tasted. And then
It's
it's
a
a
waffle.
mess.
You don't like waffles?
You buy an ice cream cone to see it fall on the pavement? Is that the point of the ice cream cone?
What do you mean fall on the pavement?
Because
You
it
don't
won't
eat
melt. What do you mean?
Because you eat it.
No, but okay, so not everyone eats things in 4 seconds the way you do. Some
My
of us like to
mom's
save
somewhere
it.
agreeing with you 100%. She gives me so much crap for that. She's like, you eat too fast.
Official nickel in the chat. They need it faster.
Yeah,
No, I don't want it. I want to savor the ice cream. Give me an ice cream cup, 2-3 scoops. I am a pig with ice cream. I'm as happy as you know what.
So you don't like waffles? Have you ever tried a waffle cone?
Do you? Sorry, can I have to hold the waffle cone? No, never.
You hold the cup too.
Never.
It's extra work with the cup. The cone
Never.
you just put up to your mouth and you eat it.
You're
You got to scoop with the spoon. It's a pain in the ass. Then you got to throw the spoon and the cup away. Come on.
There's 2 parts to this comment in the chat I like.
Mm.
First is the handle, invalid user profile.
That's actually quite good.
The second thing is sour cream and onion cone. Yes, I think I just invented the newest craze on TikTok. Sour cream and onion ice cream cone.
Take your chips down, sprinkle it over the ice cream like it's fruit or whatever. That's the other good one. Ice cream with like
Are you,
fresh
are you
pineapple.
suggesting I now have to work to get to the ice cream that I want?
Get the ice cream guy to do it.
Guys, a sundae is easy work. You can negotiate it without issues. I don't understand why ice cream cones are still happening and they make that kind of mess. If you're a parent,
less work.
if you're a parent and you buy your kid an ice cream cone, you are asking for a disaster. Give them the sundae. Teach them early about the sundae life. Why do I need
Because
something?
kids can't feed themselves sometimes. It's easier just to eat a cone than it is to scoop. And
If you have a kid over the age of 5 who can't use a spoon and an ice cream cup, turn off the Netflix and talk to your kid once in a
the
while.
cone's easier to dip
Just turn
too
off
for the poor
Netflix.
ice cream guy. The cone's so much easier to dip. Make him dip your whole sundae? Are you kidding?
Sam in the chat. Sounds like a skill issue, Sid. Is he talking about the Habs or the ice cream now?
Both.
I'm confused.
I think it's
I
both.
agree with the comment on both.
I know.
Both
I think
are-
he's talking about the ice cream.
Both are a skill issue.
It's easier to walk and eat a cone than it is in a.
Final comment on this. Nick in the chat. We need Sid eating a sour cream and onion cone live on air. You could take the copyright on that. Take the copyright. I think it's a thing that should happen.
Let's go talk to the ice cream guy about coming Friday night when we do the draft live stream
On June the 26th?
on June the 26th.
When we're doing the draft stream live?
watching all these trades happen.
Well, who's picking first that night?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay,
it.
so we're done with the Habs. We're good?
Uh-huh.
Because we're going to move on here.
No, but you're not talking about a chocolate sundae. You're talking about when they dip, because they're like Azo. They can just pour the chocolate on top of the thing.
Well, here,
The dip, where it hardens.
It hardens, but not
Yes.
in a cone. I want it in a cup.
They
'Cause-
do that?
Yes.
I've never seen that.
They can.
Really?
Magic.
It really
It's
is.
like O's the Mentalist.
Well, that's what
Magic.
always blows my mind. When they dip the cone, why the ice cream doesn't fall off.
It's magic.
It really is.
Yep.
Tyler Heineman style.
Yep. Tyler Heineman style. Tyler Heineman throw
Four
four
guys.
guys out yesterday?
Marlins had like 9
No,
or
it was
10
three.
steal
It was
attempts.
three.
No,
Because-
it was 4.
Because Hoffman picked off a guy. It wasn't. I
No,
think.
but
Did he throw out 4 or 3?
Heineman got credit for 4, for sure.
How does he get credit
It's
for
the first
4?
time I wrote it down. First time since like what was
I
it?
thought it was just the 3 for Heineman yesterday.
2014. No, four runners caught stealing
Really?
yesterday. They tried 9 times. The
I know.
Marlins.
Look, sorry, I'm jumping. We'll get to the Jays. I'd still cut Heineman tomorrow, just so we're clear.
You-
I'd cut
he hit
Heineman
a home run
so
this week.
quickly.
He threw out 4 guys yesterday. Why you got a problem with him? He's magic.
John in the chat. Cones are doo-doo. And he did not say doo-doo.
Charlie says it's not magic, it's science.
Vinny in the chat. Todd in the chat. Vinny, check that. 3, 2, 1. Todd in the chat. Pizza flavored cones. Make the cones other things. Then I can get on board cones.
That's cool.
I can do that.
There's one in Saga. What do they do? It's that like donut. It's like a donut cone.
That's some fat there.
It's crazy.
A donut cone is serious.
It's insane.
business.
It's insane.
You won't take a crap for 4 days.
I know. It's like a donut, but in a swirl in a cone, and they put ice cream in it. It sounds amazing. I haven't
Sean
tried
in
it yet.
Sean in the Yukon, quesadilla ice cream.
Oh,
Mm.
nah. But then you're mixing too many good things.
Okay. Best of luck to the Habs tomorrow night. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Or you get an ice cream after the game.
Yes.
You go home.
I've noticed, here in this country, in terms of NHL insiders, there's two kinds of rumors. There's one tweet of speculation or something mentioned on a pod, and it's specific to a team, and it's like, whoa, that's interesting. Then there's the other tweet that just completely levels multiple hockey markets across North America. And I find no one does that better than Pierre LeBrun of TSN. Pierre LeBrun scoops are some of my favorite scoops. Because A, he's very dialed in. B, he's entertaining on air. And 4, he's usually right. So, as Azo mentioned, round 1 of the NHL draft is slated for Friday, June the 26th, smack dab in the middle of the World Cup of Soccer. It's going to be a big month for us next month.
Jeez.
And big month in July when Portugal wins. But let's focus on Pierre LeBrun. So Pierre LeBrun's focusing on the draft. Keep all snarky Portuguese soccer comments to yourself, Ezra.
I was going to say EA Sports. They predicted it.
They did. EA Sports is never wrong about soccer.
Never.
They're never wrong about soccer. So Pierre LeBrun yesterday, forgive me, I don't know if he said this somewhere or this is in an article on The Athletic, but he threw this out here. Because let's remember, the Leafs have the first pick, Sharks have the second, third goes to Vancouver, Chicago Blackhawks 4, Rangers 5. That's the order as we sit here today. According to Pierre, the Leafs, San Jose Sharks, and Blackhawks are open to trading their respective top selections in the 2026 draft.
Woo!
Woo! Let's go.
Let's get this going.
Let's go. According to Pierre, the Leafs are reportedly not intent on moving the selection, but if a team puts together a package that could help Toronto get back into contention following its 28th place finish, new GM John Chayka will at least listen to it. Mike Greer in San Jose absolutely open to trading the selection. The Blackhawks own the 4th pick. They would need, quote, a darn good player, end quote, to consider moving it. So of the 3, it feels like Mike Greer and the Sharks, as you and I have kind of talked about more than a few times here, might be hot to trot to get a player in there that they may need. Now, before you jump in, Azo, I want to say this. Again, trading the first overall pick in the National Hockey League, if you're the Leafs, if you're trading down, is one thing to me. If you're acquiring more assets, that's one thing to me. If you're acquiring young assets, that's another thing to me. I can get on board with that as well. If you're trading for a 30-year-old because Matthews is in a pissy mood, oh my holy God. That can't be the strategy. I'm not down with that at all. Any of the other scenarios, if you think it works out for your organization, I'm on board. I'm ready to go. If this is just to bring in the next Alex Tuck to make Austin Matthews happy, nope. I think that's a massive mistake. And it would be the scariest thing I've seen so far, and this administration would lose me immediately. Immediately. I can't be the only fan thinking that. Some fans think they can be the next Carolina Hurricanes next season. I can't convince you otherwise. What I'm trying to tell you is that's not going to happen. It's not. So why don't you just plan a little bit? How about the Leafs plan? Nothing wrong with planning. The interesting part of this entire report from Pierre LeBrun, no mention of Vancouver at 3. Now, if you're Vancouver at 3, and you're seeing a bunch of reports of everyone else basically around you in the top 5 ready to trade, do you start thinking to yourself, why am I not thinking that? And the reason you're probably not thinking that is because Manny Malhotra wants to draft his kid. And they're pretty comfortable. Caleb Malhotra will be there at 3. I did find Vancouver's lack of mention in this article interesting. And again, Manny Malhotra is not yet officially head coach of the Vancouver Canucks. That negotiation, which I'm certain Malhotra is just hammering them on, is currently going on.
Maybe that's why they're not in this.
Maybe.
They didn't get back to him because they're still trying to work out that deal with Malhotra.
We'll figure out your kid's situation after we figure out your situation.
Exactly. But to me, this is just smart. Like, because if you put it out there, you're willing to, teams are going to come out of the woodwork.
So you're saying it's smart on all three parties, Chicago, San Jose, and Toronto.
Because if somebody wants it, then they're going to come offer you the moon for it. Like, no, you're open. You should always be open to discussing these things. If it's a trade you can't say no to, somebody's going to throw everything at you because they really like a kid. Why wouldn't you?
Listen, for the record, and I think you and I have been pretty clear on this, I am all about trading down in this draft.
Yeah.
I don't think there's that surefire home run. There's some good kids, but there's no surefire home run. The exciting part to me is even in the most questionable NFL draft years, Azzo, and you know this better than me, the most you'll see is one team trade down.
Yeah.
Maybe two. Not three.
No.
Three is chaos in the NHL. Chaos.
But to me, that might be a mix of the prospects, right? And what you're looking for, especially with the D-man there. Like, to me, these trades might not happen until the team's on the clock almost, because you want to see who's there.
That would be so good.
Wouldn't it?
You and me in here with ice cream cones?
Like, to me, it's a mistake for San Jose to try this, from my vantage point.
Really? Why is that?
Because I think they're mortgaging their future to try and rush themselves into the playoffs now. I would rather take the long term. For Chicago, I get it. If I'm Chicago, I need to make
But the
playoffs.
only future you're mortgaging is a pick where...
Yeah,
but dude, but think about it from San Jose's perspective. What don't they need? Probably a young forward up front, right?
Well, you don't need it.
No, but I mean, like, in terms of like their strength. When you're looking at San Jose and GM Mike Greer, their strength is they got some serious talent up front.
Yeah.
So at 1 or 2 in this draft, who's probably going first or second?
McKenna
or Stenberg, right? And Stenberg wins some gold medal and has a crazy goal. Look out! Seriously.
If. No, I mean, he already has a crazy goal.
No, but like if it continues.
What's the difference?
Like,
yeah.
Heaven help the Leafs if Stenberg like scores an OT winner against Canada in a gold medal game. Then everyone in this market's going to lose their mind on Ivar Stenberg.
Like I said, I thought it was smart of him to play in this tournament because it's raising his value.
I'm just saying, if it's Stenberg or McKenna 1 or 2, and you're San Jose and you want to make a push, and you're loaded with talent up front, young talent up front. If I can flip 2 for a defenseman who's older now, because how many defensemen do they have signed for next year again?
I think it's like 0.
It's some stupid number. Hold on.
I think it might be 2.
This is worth a trip.
But I always say 0. I don't think
this is worth a trip to. I found a site.
It's almost like nothing.
I found a site last night. It's called Puckpedia.
Oh yeah,
really?
I heard they're pretty good.
Oh my god,
they got nobody. Right?
They have 4.
No.
Yes, and like 3 of them are almost minimum wage. Dmitry Orlov is signed at 6.5, and then they got like Sam Dickinson, who's 19, who makes no money. Matthias Havlin, 22, no money. Luca Cognoni, your boy Luca, 21 years old, no money. Oh my God. And Luca's an RFA next year. This organization like lifted its head one day and said, guys, do we need to have defensemen on the team?
I know.
What's going on in San Jose?
I told you.
Oh my God. Mike Greer has to trade this pick for defenseman. He has to.
Pick one. When you don't have anybody else, why not just start building from the back end there with one staple
that
guy?
defenseman isn't going to be Schaefer coming in. He's not going to help you next season.
I know, but that's why I'm saying you're mortgaging your future.
But their future you don't think their future's still in good shape if they trade the second overall pick? You don't think their future's in good shape?
I just think it could be in better shape.
But they got to wait on this pick. They got to wait on this pick. That's the point. Taking a forward in Stenberg and McKenna isn't going to further their operation next year or the year after. It isn't. It's going to help them 5 years from now.
Right. But then be steady good.
But they want to be good. I got news. Hey, listen, that tells me Mike Greer's under a little bit of heat now.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
So, like, you and I aren't in the seat. We're not in the hot chair. Like, listen, you have a new GM in Toronto all of a sudden. They don't like what they see. Maybe we can trade the first pick. Mike Greer in San Jose. Maybe we can trade the second pick. He's under some pressure.
But again, don't you wait and see? Because if somebody's trading up, then there's somebody they like.
Of course you wait and see. But what I'm saying is you have to entertain that.
Yeah.
If there's a defenseman who can play 25 minutes for you some nights. Like, you have to.
But since your defense is starting with nothing, why not start with a staple and start building around that throughout? You're right. It'll take a couple years to develop.
So waiting on a defenseman for 3 years doesn't seem like it's in Mike Greer's process right now. It doesn't.
No, you're right. If they're that open to trading it, I agree with you. It's true. Would I do it? No. That's all I'm saying. I would rather wait. I'd get that Chase Reed or the guy you think you can build around if he's as solid as people say he is, and you can build around that. And then you're good for like years to come. You got the next like McKinnon and McCarr.
There's a lot of Chase Reed love.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I've seen mocks where they take him at number 2.
Yeah.
Or if they can trade back 1 or 2 spots and get a defenseman like that, why wouldn't you?
But here's the
And if
thing.
Stenberg goes 1, you wouldn't take McKenna. Like, you don't think Celebrini and McKenna up front would be some?
I mean,
Anyway.
you still need to. Hey, listen.
No, you still need defense.
We
I'm
live-
with you 100%.
As we live in Toronto, you need defensemen.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like you just. I'm
Agree.
sorry.
But I'm saying it would be tempting, and it would, man, like, again, for your future, it's a horse you can ride for a couple years.
Paul in the chat. I would take Nyes for the 4th pick.
Yeah. Like, Chicago is the team that needs to
would
do
you
this.
trade Matthew Nyes for the 4th pick and get a young defenseman
Yes.
for sure?
Yeah.
Would you do that?
Yeah.
I would think about it.
I would think about it.
I would.
I mean,
think
there'd
about
have to be more. It's not just straight up.
I mean,
right?
listen. But I'm
I
talking
wouldn't do it
the
straight
guts.
up.
The guts of the deal.
Yeah. Totally.
How do you not?
Yeah.
Matthew Nyes is a really young, interesting guy who has not looked the same after a series of injuries. What do you make of that? Like, is he still the top level-ish looking prospect?
I do think he's a lot better than he looked this year. Of course.
Dude, Claude Lemieux just died.
Wait, what?
Chris Johnston. What?
Come on.
He was just
Bill.
there. He was just there like 4 nights ago at the Bell Center. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
You carried the torch in, yeah. Okay.
Wow. NHL alumni Twitter account just put it out. Let me read this. NHL Alumni Association is devastated to share that Claude Lemieux has passed away at the age of 60. Born in Buckingham, Quebec, Claude was selected by the Canadiens in the 2nd round in 1983 and would make his NHL debut a few months later on October 13th, 1983, and scored his first career NHL goal on December 4th, 1983. We just saw him out there.
Yeah. Like, literally, game 3.
It was game 3. He walked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, with the flame. That's insane,
Whoa.
man.
He was loved by his wife and 4 children. And on behalf of the Lemieux family, we kindly ask that everyone respect their privacy during this difficult time. Wow.
Condolences to them.
Wow.
Damn, that sucks.
Sorry, that one got me a little bit.
Of course, because like you said, we just saw him
Wow.
right in the middle of everything.
We haven't had one of those on this show before.
No, we haven't.
I mean, listen, everyone knows the type of game Claude Lemieux played in his career. He took no prisoners, but he was the kind of guy you didn't want on your team. And I believe he was an agent.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing recently. And watching hockey growing up in the 80s, like I did in the 90s, you couldn't get away from Claude
It
Lemieux.
was a staple. It's true.
Claude Lemieux had a way to be around like winning. That's the highest compliment you can pay to Claude Lemieux. Now, when he saw an opportunity, he took it.
Yeah, definitely.
As Chris Draper knows, he took it. And a lot of players in the league, he took it. But Claude Lemieux has passed away at the age of 60. The NHL alumni have announced that. I just saw CJ retweet that.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
You're right, because he's fresh on our minds. We talked about him the other day after
Wow.
you carried the torch out.
As
Remember
a-
when you used to jump on with Landsberg on Off the Record?
Yeah, he was pretty good with Lansbury.
He was
off the
really
record,
good. He was really good.
right? Azo, I want to find the photo of him from the other night.
Okay. I got it. I got it.
Do you have it?
I got it. Yeah, I just
Throw
saw
it out. I don't really know what to say here.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Very.
That's shocking. Listen, we all know the deal. Sometimes you see alumni, they're doing well, or it looks like they're doing well. Sometimes it looks like they're not doing great, but it's good to see them.
Mhm.
Claude Lemieux looked excited to be there the other night. Excited to be there. And
Totally.
he was a massive presence in the world of hockey in the 90s, in the 80s. And he was the type of guy you wanted on your team. You hated his guts.
To play against
You
them. Oh.
hated his guts when you were on the other side.
Those are the guys that win you championships because they get in there.
Wow. Okay.
Hang on here.
This is for the listening audience. This was the scene before Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Final. Wow. Look at that picture in hindsight.
Literally 3 days ago. Yeah, that was the best one I could find. It's pretty good.
He looked great.
Looked awesome. I said that to you. Remember
You
I said
did.
to
You
you?
did say that.
I said Lemieux looks great. Gee, I got chills. Like, that's
Wow.
crazy to me. I'm a little bit, man.
Wow. As I'll just leave that up for the next few minutes. You don't have to touch it. You can just leave that up.
There's this one too. But that one's not as
Yeah,
clear.
give me the other
Yeah,
one.
this
That's
one's
a great
amazing.
picture.
This is a great picture.
That's old school, like there's cameras giving old school flashes behind Claude Lemieux in that.
Yeah. Damn.
Wow.
Dang, condolences to his whole family.
Yeah, condolences. And to all the teams that he was a part of.
Yep.
Like let's go down the line here, because this guy, if you were a team that wanted to do something significant, there was not anything he couldn't really do for you. He could be the rat, he could score, he could hit, he could do everything.
That's what I mean. He was always in the mix.
Started his career in 84, 786 points in 1,200 games, 1,777 penalty minutes in 1,200 games.
Wow.
That's no surprise to anyone. He had multiple 30-goal seasons. He had a 39-goal year with Colorado.
Dude, 80 career playoff goals.
Wow. That's the money right there.
That's insane.
How many again?
80.
80 career playoff goals for the late Claude Lemieux.
Yes.
Wow. Bless you, by the way. He had a 41-goal year with the Devils.
Conn Smythe, too, in 1995.
That's right. Oh, my God. He won the Conn Smythe.
Mm-hmm.
Whew.
Yeah, what a career.
That is...
Dude, you need guys like
that
him
is-
in hockey. Like you said, how much you
That's
hated
big
seeing him
time,
if
man.
he's playing against your team. He's the guys that made it cheering
is-
for hockey fun.
He played for Phoenix a lot at the end of his career. I
Did
didn't
he
even
actually?
remember that.
I don't remember that at all either.
His last 3 teams were Phoenix, Dallas, San Jose, and then his last year was 08-09.
Wow. But you know what I mean? Like when he played against your team, you're right. Like he was always out there. He was being that rat. And he's the guy you used to love and root against. Like, man.
There are multiple organizations today in the NHL that are going to feel that one.
Yeah.
They're going to feel that one.
Mm-hmm.
Azzo, help me out. I'm trying to remember. Let me go to the chat here. Forgive me, chat. I know there's a lot going on there. DV8R in the chat, pure playoff player.
Dude, 80 playoff goals and 78 assists. That's insane.
Richard in the chat, you don't get 80 playoff goals by accident in your career. Damn straight.
Wow, instigating everything too. That's the thing.
Joshua in the chat, I can't believe it. Holy bleep. Yep, right there with you. Here's a good one. Todd in the chat. No Brad Marchand without guys like Claude Lemieux.
I was just thinking that.
Here.
He set the tone.
Yep.
Sam Bennett, all these guys who are just like, they're in the middle of everything.
That's a great comment, because I know there's some younger people listening or watching this live or watching this back on YouTube, Facebook, or X or wherever, who are like, oh, I saw him the other night, the older gentleman. No, he was Brad Marchand times 10.
I was going to say, but on another level.
That's who Claude Lemieux was.
Yes.
I would highly suggest too, and I know it's focusing on just one moment in his career, but the ESPN documentary on the Red Wings and the Avalanche playoff rivalry is a must-watch. You have to, if you like hockey at all, and especially if you're younger and you're not familiar with those wars in the 90s, watch the ESPN doc. Because I think they got Chris Draper and Claude Lemieux back together in the same room.
I kind of remember
There
that.
was like a public event where they were all there.
Yeah.
And it was like this really cathartic thing. We got a lot of comments coming through, so we're going to run through a few here.
Man, and 60's not that old. That's scary and sad.
Yes. Jake, this is an interesting one. Jake Caro in the chat. Reminds me of when the Ultimate Warrior passed away a week after his speech on Raw.
It was like,
do you remember that?
Yeah, like days after.
Yeah, it was very soon. Very soon. GK66 in the chat. No, forgive me. DV8R. He hit hard, fought, and when ref wasn't looking, he'll get a stick up into your nostrils. That's true.
That
was Claude Lemieux.
Again, like I said, he's the guy who made watching hockey fun, because you're so mad at him if he was on the other team, but you need those guys.
Wasn't fun for the opposition.
Yeah.
Claude Lemieux was not fun
But how
for the
much more
opposition.
fun does that make hockey when there's a guy like that on the other team?
By the way, going forward, Azzo, and for everyone on the show, I think it's important for me to say, the reason I said that as quickly as I did, I saw Chris Johnston retweet it.
Yes.
I trust Chris with my life.
Of course.
So when I see that Claude Lemieux has passed away, I believe it immediately. We're going to take more time with other sources just so I want to lay a groundwork going forward because there's always stuff. But when I see something like that, I will trust it and go with it as quickly as I can.
The Athletic already has a whole story up on him and his passing. Michael Russo, Pierre LeBrun, and Lebec.
But I didn't realize the NHL alumni and Glenn Healy and everyone there had already put it out. Tiff Bannon in the chat, one of the best all-time playoff series in sports, Avs and Red Wings. Oturi in the chat said, I wonder how Chris Draper feels about Lemieux's passing. Look, in the moment, it was a complicated relationship. I think we'd all acknowledge that. But that's why this ESPN doc is kind of interesting, because there was some healing done. I don't know if it was completely healed, the rivalry, but there was some. There was some. I really encourage you to watch it. Yeah, there's a lot coming through here. Forgive me. I'm just trying to sift through. There's a lot of shocked people in the chat too. James in the chat, prayers for Lemieux's family and his friends, a big loss in the hockey world. And again, if you want any kind of idea on what he meant to the Montreal Canadiens, go back and watch the start of Game 3.
Yep.
And the ovation. This ovation that we're looking at here on the stream.
Such a great pick. I can't believe it. It's just days ago.
There's a lot of people still waxing poetic about Red Wings Avs back in the day in the postseason. Some of the greatest hockey players of all time were in those series. Todd adds in the chat, he was beloved in Quebec. Ranch Althor, also prayers to his family. He joined the show late. Appreciate you. This is a good one. Andy Hesse in the chat. Montreal does not forget the dogs. That's a great line on Claude Lemieux.
Yep.
Great line.
Well, do you remember he scored the 1986 in his rookie season, Game 7, OT goal to put them through.
Two-Putt Shakur reminds us Claude Lemieux was, I can't believe now I'm using past tense. Claude Lemieux was Freddie Anderson's agent.
Oh.
That was the connection.
That's it.
Interesting moment to walk out and cheer the home crowd against your client in net.
Crazy.
In hindsight, it was kind of an amazing Claude Lemieux don't give an F moment. Good for him.
First rookie to score a Game 7 overtime goal in NHL playoff history.
Claude Lemieux.
Yeah. 1986.
Why is that the least surprising thing I've ever heard in my life?
86. 5:55 of overtime against the Hartford Whalers in Game 7 of the Adams Division Final to put Montreal through to the Cup final.
Wow.
It's crazy.
And then he scored 79 more playoff goals.
Oh, man.
Wow. A reminder in the chat, he's Mo Sider's agent as well. Wow.
Oh, geez.
This is the ripple effect throughout hockey here is going to be insane.
Dude, again, 60 is not very old.
No, of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. Net Strike in the chat. This one is a shocker. Rest in power and peace to one of the greats, Claude Lemieux. So underrated as a complete hockey player. Like he got Selke, guys. He was top 10 Selke vote. How many times here? Once, but he always got Selke votes.
Mm-hmm.
Claude Lemieux always got Selke votes for best defensive forward. Showtime Toronto writes, rest in peace to a legend. John Gallagher, 60, way too young. I think we're all in agreement on that.
Of course.
I think we're all in agreement. Whew. All right. Claude Lemieux has just passed away at the age of 60 after appearing Monday night at the Bell Center carrying the torch. And this was the visual for those of you watching the stream.
It's crazy. Talking about some of his playoff matches where he had to shadow like Cam Neely, Jaromir Jagr,
oh yeah,
John LeClaire, Keith Primo. Like, man. And he would step up to the challenge every time.
And Primo was a tank of a human being.
Yes. Right?
Primo was an automobile. Huge. Here's another chat. Think he should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean,
how can you argue that?
Look, I think what I'm going to keep my opinions on the Hall of Fame generally to myself.
Yeah.
But when you've won 4 rings and won a Conn Smythe, I'm sorry. you're a Hall of Fame player in professional hockey. I don't think that's debatable. I don't. I think the National Hockey League have a lot of, the voting panel at the Hall of Fame. It's not an NHL thing. The voting panel at the Hockey Hall of Fame have made some serious mistakes now through the years. Just fix them. Just fix them. Do what Major League Baseball has done and give yourself an out and have that second vote around the winter meetings.
That's all you have to do.
Just give yourself an out. Create some other window. That's it.
And we hope Colorado win their first ever Stanley Cup after moving from.
I had forgotten Claude Lemieux was not a Hall of Famer. His resume is disgusting.
Yeah.
I would guess 70% of the Hall of Fame can't touch 4 cups and a Conn Smythe.
In the 97 playoffs, scored 13 goals in 17 games. They didn't go all the way.
Say that again?
In the 1997 playoffs, he was with the Avs. They didn't go all the way. But in 17 games, he scored 13 goals in the playoffs.
Sean in the Yukon reminds us of the other winning because there's the 4 cups, the Conn Smythe, also Canada Cup 87, one of the greatest hockey moments of all time. World Junior Gold, played 21 seasons. Hall of Fame resume to me is what Sean in the Yukon writes. I do agree with that.
5th all time in playoff appearances. Am I reading that right? Wow.
He's 5th all time?
Unless that's changed.
How is he not in the Hall of Fame?
Seriously.
That's crazy.
No, this was a while ago.
I'm way late.
He must be down further. Hang on.
Well, still,
he's up there.
He's got to be top 10.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. James in the chat, same week or the same 10-day span? Claude Lemieux, Kyle Busch.
Oh, yeah.
That Kyle Busch story is terrifying.
It's awful. Yeah.
Guys, I'm a little rundown. I have a bit of the flu, and then that's it. That's a terrifying story. Man. I'm actually feeling...
Actually, he's 6 now. Yeah, he's 6 in playoff games.
He's 6th in playoff games played. Claude Lemieux.
Yeah, so you only dropped one.
Hold on. 4 Stanley Cups, 6th in playoff games played, a Conn Smythe, 80 goals in the playoffs, not in the Hall of Fame.
That's insane.
87 Canada Cup, World Juniors, 21 seasons, not in the Hall of Fame.
Is that true? I almost can't believe it.
I think we got to stop getting into pissing matches with Jack Hughes. Fix this, please. Hall of Fame, they're good people down there. Fix this. Fix this. This gentleman is a Hall of Famer.
That's crazy.
Fix it. Shinobi in the chat, underrated. Seaside in the chat, that's just nuts. Or nuts, excuse me. 234 playoff games to his name, according to Toddy.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's 6th.
Yep. And the names around Claude Lemieux for games played?
It's crazy.
Chris Chelios, Nick Lidstrom, Patrick Waugh, Corey Perry, Mark Messier. Those are ahead of him.
Scott Stevens.
And he's 9th.
Carbonell.
He's 9th all time in playoff goals. Playoff goals.
Man.
Claude Lemieux. This is insane. What are we doing with Claude Lemieux not in the Hall of Fame? This is nuts.
I can't.
This has never been an issue. Everyone's all about Cujo and stuff, and I love Cujo.
I feel like I was crazy.
That's crazy that
just
he's not in the Hall of
assuming
Fame.
he was in.
Wow. I'll ask the chat now. I'm going. Like Claude Lemieux is one of the most significant hockey players of my lifetime. Yeah. And have there been times I called him a cheap hockey player? Yes. Maybe this week I called him a cheap hockey player. But it was out of love. Because he was never on my favorite team.
Right. But, dude, again, that's what made hockey great in those series. That's when playoff hockey was playoff hockey.
James in the chat. If he isn't worthy of the Hall of Fame, no one is. The more I read, the more, James, I kind of agree with you.
Yeah. I honestly just kind of assumed he was in. It kind of caught me off guard when you said that.
Mark in the chat, 100% a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. John saying the same thing.
Shinobi with an interesting point as to how that's not the case. And we all know politics gets in the way of a lot of things. Shinobi writes, it's because he played so nasty it overshadowed his greatness. I don't disagree with that affecting voters. That probably is why he's not in. Because that resume, if you take away some of the hits and the Draper thing and you just look at that, that's first ballot.
But isn't this what we celebrate in the playoffs? Is guys like that make you a championship team?
He did have some cheap moments. Like let's just kind of be fair about those and how those would mask his other accomplishments. They were so high profile, Azzo. I could see it happening. I don't agree with it, but I could see it happening.
But to Sheldon's point, I love Sheldon's point. He was a massive player for every team he played on. No matter where he was a presence on that team.
Huge.
Right?
You're going to hear, forgive me, I haven't even been on Twitter much. Azzo is on Twitter right now. I'm sure the reaction to Claude Lemieux's passing is coming in thick and fast from players around the league. There's a lot of stunned folks in the hockey world right now.
Beyond
A
stunned,
lot
for
of
sure.
people stunned.
Again, we just saw him, 3-4 days ago?
Man.
When was that? That game was Monday, right?
Game was Monday night.
Jesus.
John Gallagher in the chat. The Draper thing doesn't change it for me. He gets in. I think he gets in now.
Which
I can't believe
this is the problem with
he
the Hall of
wasn't
Fame.
in. It wasn't top of mind for me that Claude
Me
Lemieux was
too.
not in the Hockey Hall of Fame. And I don't want to turn this into a bash the Hall of Fame day. It is what it is.
No,
Like, there's people who vote, and it is what it is.
Because you're right.
But like, whoa.
Other people in the chat now he gets in, but now it's too late. Like, I'm sorry.
No, it's never too late.
It's never too
His
late.
family would really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, no
believe
fair.
Me.
But
believe me, it's
it would have
never
been
too
nice
late.
to see him up there.
It would have been nice.
I'm sorry.
But
You're right,
but I know.
you're right.
Listen, Azzo, I know what you're saying.
I know.
I know 100% what you're saying.
But this is why you got to cut out the politics and all that. I almost swear there.
So, sorry, does the audience want us to move on from this? Because I'm floored. I don't know. I don't know if I could talk about Gavin McKenna right now. I have to be honest with you.
Yeah, because I'm seeing everybody in the chat saying what CJ said on his show. Leafs went to Whitehorse.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, apparently he said it on his show today.
Oh, that's new. Yeah, we didn't know that.
Yeah. CJ on the CJ show says he's heard some people from the Leaf staff have made the trip to Whitehorse, which is where McKenna's from.
Okay. You know what? Let's read like 5 or 10 more comments, and then maybe we'll try and do the normal stuff.
Yeah, because some people are now putting in the chat who's in the Hall of Fame over him.
Oh, there's a lot of people in the Hall of Fame
over him. Well, that's what I mean. To your point, cut out the politics, do it the proper way.
All right,
I think this guy would have been in already.
I just want to read for another 5 minutes. How about that, Azzo? And then we'll continue the show. Shinobi in the chat. Pat Burns broke me. I cried. Yeah, Pat Burns was a tough one too.
Very much. Yeah, George, this is a Claude Lemieux show now today, boys. And I got to agree.
Keep it going. Okay, then to hell with it. We'll keep it going. Yeah, this is a serious bomb.
Mark, I really thought he was in the Hall. And so did I. When you said that, it took me
I can't believe he wasn't in the Hall of Fame. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read the ones in the chat where we're ripping on people who are in the Hall of Fame.
No, I know. I agree.
It's not fair to them either.
That's what I'm saying. Now we're getting a lot of that.
But just so you know, I'm seeing some of these names, guys. I do agree with you on some of these. I'm not saying I disagree. Chimichanga, this is now the Claude Lemieux Appreciation Show. GK66. They did not win the cup. The Habs did in 86. Sorry, they did not win the 86 cup without him as a rookie. Huge goals that year.
Where was I think Jay Carl said it is kind of an eerie picture to look at that now, and I do. I'm getting goosebumps every time I look at the.
Let me take a look. Azzo, you found a home run of a picture. Though.
I
have to say, like that is, if that's the last time he walked into a Montreal hockey arena, that's a serious.
That's
pitch.
The shot.
That is, like that's going up at the Memorial. Like you're going to see that when you walk in, wherever that takes place. Someone in the chat brought it up. And I don't want to go down this road immediately, but I better see an effort from the Habs tomorrow night.
You better see, sorry?
I better see an effort from the Montreal Canadiens tomorrow night.
Definitely. I was thinking that too. Yeah.
I don't care what happens after tomorrow night. I need to see an effort tomorrow night. Claude Lemieux is the type of player every team wished they had.
Yeah, exactly.
And you could never... I can't say you could never find him because those Avalanche Red Wings series were loaded with Claude Lemieux-ish players. Claude would just take it like the furthest. But all of them can hit. Most of them can fight. All of them could skate. And all of them can score.
He was a tone setter, without a doubt.
And on top of that, you had Patrick Roy at one end and Chris Osgood and Vernon at the other end. Like those series were
Yeah.
It was like if EA Sports at the time lets you mess with the rosters. That's what Red Wings Avs look like in their heyday in the postseason. And Claude Lemieux, for good reasons and bad, was in the middle of all of it. All of it.
Dave P. here. Lemieux, OG rat, in quotation marks, define the role.
Yeah.
He really did.
Yep.
And again, this is what I think we've come to celebrate or champion in the playoffs. Guys like this win you the Stanley Cup. This is what the Leafs never had. Like you need guys like this.
Like Seaside in the chat makes the following point. He had like 3 full seasons worth of playoff hockey, 24 fights, 80 goals. He goes like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's talking about the Hall of
Fame.
I would guess that's what he's talking about.
Like I felt dumb to think he wasn't in the Hall of Fame, and it seems so clear cut that he should.
Oh, I'm stunned by that. I'm absolutely stunned by that. His birthday was July 16th, by the way.
Wow.
So he was just a month and a bit away from turning 61 years of age.
Charlie the dog, intimidating player, game changer. He
Wow.
was. He really was.
Yep. Blue cheese in the chat. Jofa bucket beauty. Can you find that pic, Azo?
Sorry, which one?
Him wearing a Jofa bucket.
Oh yeah.
Let's find that one.
Okay.
Because that's one of the great. Forgive us as we're producing and sending stuff to each other on air here, guys. But that's part of the deal. But there are some classic photos of Claude Lemieux.
Yeah.
Classic. We're gonna just take a quick look here for a couple seconds. I don't know if we can find it. Oh, boom. Boom.
What?
New Jersey Devils. I'm gonna send this to you.
Okay.
This is perfect. This is perfect. Again, for those of you who are just kind of dropping in, Claude Lemieux, 3 days after carrying the torch at the Bell Center before Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Final, passed away, age of 60. The NHL alumni made it official within the last 30 minutes. And CJ is where I saw it first retweeted, so I appreciate Chris for that. I just sent you the pic.
I got it. Thank you.
Go back to this one eventually, but let's let the Jofa bucket,
Yep.
New Jersey Devils, Claude Lemieux live. Mark in the chat, I think he wore the Jofa bucket to piss people off. Potentially. Yeah, more people are retweeting. It's the NHL alumni is where the news first came out.
Okay, good for me to change it.
Yeah, go on. That's what we're talking about right there.
That is quite the picture.
New Jersey Devils, Claude Lemieux, Jofa helmet, looking to both score and put you through the boards into row 3.
He looks like he's going to skate right through you.
Dude, he's going to score a playoff. One of his 80 playoff goals on that show.
Man.
That's what he looks like.
He's
Claude
playing the
Lemieux
6th most playoff games in league history.
in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This was the one I found too.
Oh, that is mischievous Colorado Avalanche Jofa bucket. That's like 3 seconds, but that's him looking at Chris Draper along the boards.
Definitely.
That's what Claude Lemieux is.
Yeah.
That's what that Claude Lemieux is. Goodness.
Wow. Damn.
Hit me with the Bell Center from Monday, please. Thank you.
Man, that gives me goosebumps.
Wow. Azo, you and I have high hopes for this show, and I think you and I are going to be doing the show a long time, and we're just getting started with all of your support. We appreciate it. All the viewers, all the listeners. I'm going to ask you to find pictures now and again in the moment. I think everything is second place compared to you finding that photo.
Like Lemieux, just set the bar high.
I think you can leave and go get an ice cream right now. Because Azo, you are now 4 for 4. You're Tyler Heineman throwing out 4 runners yesterday. You have done the job.
Man.
So again, for those of you who just are kind of finding us here, live on X, YouTube, and Facebook, Jacqueline, love this show. Appreciate it, Jacqueline. We've been talking here since learning Claude Lemieux died. And there's a lot of levels as to why the shock is there. Like Frederick Anderson has to finish a series here.
Yeah.
Frederick Anderson just lost his agent.
His agent. Yeah.
Joshua in the chat, we could also use the pic of him holding up the cup.
Yeah, that's true too.
Which one?
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's get the Habs.
Okay.
Why not? Give me 86. Give me 86, please.
Rookie year? Was that?
No. I don't think it was technically his rookie year. No, it wasn't.
No?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I think he technically hadn't had a rookie season. He only played 10 regular season games that year. But in the playoffs, he played 20.
Yeah.
The Habs always do this thing where it's like, oh, you're a rookie, you hardly play in the regular season. Play all the playoff
Wait,
games.
dude. I'm going to steal this one from NHL.com. Man. Look at this.
Let's see this pick. I haven't seen
Go
this.
on.
As was surprising me left and right with the quality of these picks here.
Sorry.
No problem.
Takes one.
No problem. Show took a turn. Everyone take their time. No problem at all. We make the rules here.
It's true.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Tell me he's not a Hall of Famer. Come on.
We're looking at 4 of his cup winning photos. Habs on the left. Let me get the years correct here. I think it's important to get the years correct. Habs on the left. Yeah, he hadn't even played a full rookie season in the regular season yet. 86 Montreal Canadiens far left. That's the 1995 New Jersey Devils. That's the year he won the Conn Smythe. 1996 Colorado Avalanche. Second from the right. And then the far right, back again with New Jersey. That's him and Scott Gomez celebrating the 2000 Stanley Cup championship.
Tell me what year again he won.
Conn Smythe was 95. The second picture from the left with the Devils. You got a Conn Smythe photo you're going to hit us with? Oh, Azo's getting comfortable. Look at this photo.
Dude, come on.
Do you know how few people in the history of hockey have this photo? Cup, Conn Smythe together. There's not a lot.
No.
There's not a lot, man.
Man.
And Claude Lemieux was one of them. Not in the Hall of Fame.
Unbelievable.
Hall of Fame, no criticism. We need to fix that. The vote usually happens in what, like August? It's usually a summer vote, right? It's coming up.
You got to think they will.
It's coming up.
They have to.
All of the people on the panel, you know what to do. You know what the assignment is. Please get it done. That's such a great photo, Azo.
I know, right?
See, now Azo's photo hunting because he is just hitting every note here properly. Leave that photo up. I'm going to read some comments here, Azo. Okay. And we appreciate all the comments here. We're live on YouTube, X, and Facebook. Sid Seixeiro Show powered by Sick Media. On the day that we learn, in the hour that we learn, Claude Lemieux died at the age of 60, 3 days after carrying out the torch in the Bell Center before Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Final. Brendan in the chat, Claude was 90s hockey, man. That's one of the better comments I've heard today in the chat.
True.
There's been a lot of good ones.
That's what I was talking about.
When you think 90s hockey.
That's what we grew up watching. That's what made us hockey fans. Dudes like this.
Jacqueline in the chat, fire the entire Hockey Hall of Fame voting committee. No, we don't need to do that. We know we will if they screw this one up this summer.
No kidding.
Let me look up when that vote happens. It's not it's not like a secret schedule. When do the Hockey Hall of Fame vote on class?
Like some of the quality of these older pictures aren't good, but man, come on.
Don't go too fast. Give me a second here.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh. It's on the horizon.
Really?
The vote for the 2026 Hockey Hall of Fame class is going to take place Monday, June 22nd.
Holy cow.
Everyone pick up your phones and you put that in your calendar right now.
Almost a month exactly. That's crazy.
June 22nd. Hall of Fame vote. I don't know what I do without an iPhone calendar in my life. Honestly.
You are.
I don't know what I do. I would be lost. Hold on, let me see this pic you just threw up here. Oh, that's the pic where it looks like some medieval religious Christianity painting.
Yes.
I forgot about this one. For the listening audience, Claude Lemieux has handed the cup and has a religious experience.
It's true. Cup. I'm like, is that real? But it is, because it's multiple places.
That Twitter account, Sports Turned Into Art, should take this photo and do something with it.
There has to
where
be
they just
something.
Combine it with something else.
It's true.
This feels like a painting I've seen somewhere in Rome.
Right? That's what I thought.
Yes.
It's true. It's a work of art. That's for sure.
Oh, that's such a great photo. I think that's Guy Carbonneau on the right.
Yeah.
Is that Ryan Walter?
Because there's another one, but it's got his signature on it, but some of them are like that.
Look at that.
Dude.
That is... Boy, did they have a good time in Calgary that night. Holy cow.
Man. But like his... Oh, man. The joy in his face. Like, that's amazing getting to do that.
Wow. Back to the comments, Azo. You can leave that photo up. Actually, go back to the one before.
Sorry.
Honestly, if I walked through the Vatican and saw that, I'm like, that belongs there.
Yes. Sure.
That goes with the decor.
Like from that to
Yes.
this, like, man, just
Is everyone good with us kind of changing the show into a Claude Lemieux show? I hope you are. I feel like you are, based on the chat. And see, the beauty of doing it this way, especially with a lot of you contributing in the chat on Facebook, X, and YouTube, is we get very instant reaction. Now, we used to, like working at Sportsnet and the Fan and all that, like Twitter, we would handle that pretty well. And that was instant. But
Yeah.
this is a different level of instant.
course.
And so let us
but we know each other. We're good with that, right?
I think we're good. Okay. Like the feeling I'm getting in the chat is everyone's good.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Okay, everyone's good. So
And we'll save the good content for tomorrow. We got some good stuff that we'll save for tomorrow.
for sure. Jacqueline in the chat. Scroodlin is in that photo. That's true. I miss Scroodlin. I almost like now, for those who missed the start of the show, I was so mad at the Habs effort. And I think Azo and I were aligned in this. We were like, just get it over with tomorrow. Now I'm like, you have to come home for Sunday night.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great point.
You have to come home for Sunday night
Yeah.
and let the Habs. I don't care what the Habs do after that on the ice. That's not anything anyone can control.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see the Montreal Canadiens honor Claude Lemieux Sunday. This cannot wait another year. Now, and I know the Canes will probably have a moment of silence tomorrow. I know Hockey Night's opening tomorrow night's probably going to be incredibly good.
Man, I'm getting goosebumps talking about all this.
What's the song you use in the feature on
Oh,
Hockey Night
don't even.
Canada tomorrow to open up the broadcast with this? What track do you use? What's the song?
I don't even want to put. I don't think I could do it justice. I have no idea.
Something Springsteen, something gritty, something, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
to
something
fit his mood,
I don't-
showing his plays.
Maybe
like
a little
on,
Pearl Jam
on top of his highlights.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like I think it's something like that. I'm sure the chat will have some good suggestions on what the Hockey Night in Canada opening will be song wise for this.
You're okay. Me using a
Eye of the Tiger, Sean. I don't know. Maybe something a bit more solemn, like something with some pace.
mm-hmm.
Not a ballad, but just like a hair above that is what I'm thinking. Glory Days by Bruce.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
I'm gonna put up another Getty image here.
This
With
is.
the Habs. Look at this.
Hold on.
That's a clear picture.
Oh, take down the Getty though.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
can't
sorry.
use
Sorry.
it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oops. My bad.
Sorry, Getty. This is
cut
one of the
that out.
crazier things I've seen in the chat today. The kid in the chat, Claude and Brendan Lemieux, only father and son combo in league history to both be suspended for biting. I forgot about that.
That's interesting.
That's in the moment, that's horrific. In hindsight, one of the funnier things I've ever heard in my
That
life,
is pretty
unless
good.
you were on the other side of the biting.
And you got to include that in the pack. Like, man,
Glory Days by Bruce is
that's winning. So
it seems like Limelight by Rush. I love Rush, but it seems like they've used Limelight a lot in openings for Hockey Night. Tragically Hip Fireworks. We can do that. Working Man by Rush. I can live with that. It's a tough one because his career was not like a ballad was not Claude Lemieux's career. Claude Lemieux was loud in every sense of the word, whether it was in the playoffs, whether it was scoring goals in the playoffs, his physical nature, his edge, at times cheapness. He was everything. Is there a song that encompasses everything? That's kind of where I'm going with this. It can't be like a traditional ballad. It can't be something as quick as Enter Sandman. It has to be something in the middle. Kenny Rogers, Through the Years from Andy. I think I remember that track. Working Class Hero. Iron Man. It's a little harder than I'm thinking, but
Yeah.
maybe Iron Man could fit. You know what? Maybe it's got to be, Heart Will Go On from Celine Dion. You know what?
you think it could work?
I'm now in the Celine Dion headspace on the song. Maybe not Heart Will Go On, but there's like a million outstanding Celine Dion tracks that would fit the bill on Hockey Night tomorrow. I don't know what she charges for something like that.
Mm-hmm.
because there is a charge, just so everyone knows how that works. Ace of Spades, John in the chat. There's a lot of Hair of the Dog from Trafalgar Davis. Do you remember what the main line of Hair of the Dog
I don't. I can't even think of what song that is. So bad. You're
Do you
so
not
good
remember
at
that?
this.
Let me
I'm so
get the
bad at it.
proper lyric, because lyric wise, it's the band Nazareth from back in the day. Hair of the Dog has one line. I know where he's the person in the chat's going with this. Nazareth lyrics. I got to get this right, because that's one of the better suggestions I've seen. You know what the main line of that song is? Now you're messing with a son of a bitch.
Oh, there you go. So it does fit.
And it's a little quicker than I would like for something like that. It might. I don't know if that's maybe the messaging Hockey Night and Rogers wants tomorrow night, but I don't hate the idea of Nazareth's Hair of a Dog for that song. Heart of Gold? I don't know. Boucher, he's not a Hall of Famer. Boucher, this is not the chat room for you right now. There's a lot of pro Claude Lemieux Hall of Fame talk going on. One Man Army. Oh, how about Seven Nation Army from White Stripes?
Yeah, that would work.
Dude, he was his own army.
It's true.
Claude Lemieux was his own army. Battalion, you name it. He was the general and the soldier. I like that one. My Way, Frank Sinatra, Todd Pickles. Love that idea too.
That's a good
Who
one.
else did it like Claude Lemieux in AHL history? Who?
Am I seeing that? He was Rasmus Anderson's agent.
Oh, that might have been the case. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Do you have his entire client?
That's what I was looking for, but I don't.
Oh, there's a number of people still playing in these playoffs.
But Rasmus, like, he's a big one coming
Oh
up.
my
Yeah, Frederick
God.
Anderson's on this list. Victor Olofsson. And those are guys with contracts coming up. Like,
Oh, I mean, we don't need to worry too
no,
much. about that,
I
but,
know,
like,
I know. I'm just saying. Aho.
He was Aho's agent?
Yeah, I believe so.
Wow. This has ground hockey to a halt.
Yeah, you
man.
said Mo Sider. Yeah, Timo Meyer,
Timo. Wow.
Eriksson Ek.
Eriksson Ek from Minnesota. Yeah.
Crazy.
This is not going to be easy for folks.
No.
This is not going to be easy for the Habs as an organization. This is not going to be easy for Frederick Anderson. Not going to be easy for Rasmus Anderson. Wow.
Yeah, but no. The only reason I brought that up because they were probably just recently talking to him about what they, the plans are for the offseason. Man, again, 60 is not very.
I think Sinatra's My Way
that my way
is quickly becoming, in my mind, what Hockey Night should be doing tomorrow.
For a guy who set the tone and like paved the way for like a certain type of player in hockey, for sure, that works. I think that works beautifully.
This photo is a medieval painting.
It really is.
Of Claude Lemieux.
They all are. And again, to think that like this was Monday, man.
You got the other one?
Yeah.
Give me the first one you got. That's a great photo too. That's the shot.
That's the shot. That's a painting.
That's
too.
the shot. That
looks like a painting as well.
Like he looked. Listen, at the end of the day, what the hell do any of us know?
Oh, it's true.
But he looked great. A little grayer than I remember.
I told you how much it stood out to me. I'm like, man, handsome dude. He looked great.
God.
For a guy who played the way he played, he looks
God.
amazing. That's
Wow.
Did not see that one coming.
All right, we'll hold off on the rest of this stuff for tomorrow.
I'm sure there's going to be some good like people with memories of it coming out tonight.
Now, and the thing is too, I think this dropped in the middle of media availability for the off day, unless they're all traveling to Carolina today. I don't know how it would work. I know the Habs like to do their media availability in the city they're in and then travel.
Mm-hmm.
Most teams do, actually. Again, my final thought, everyone in the chat's been really, really cool today. You guys have been great. And for the record, I do have full faith in who, I don't know off the top of my dome who produces the Hockey Night openings. They usually hit home runs with them. Like, I have faith they'll get it right.
Totally.
I have a lot of faith.
Did you hear Anderson said that he called him to warn him? Frederick Anderson said Claude Lemieux contacted him before Game 3 to let his longtime client know he was asked to carry the torch. He wanted to kind of know if Anderson was okay with it.
Oh, no, I would have called too.
That's amazing.
I'm your client. You're for the opposing team. Do you mind if I whip the crowd up into a frenzy? No, you have to call Frederick
That's amazing.
Anderson. Yes, Claude Lemieux did
And
the
then-
right thing.
And Anderson said he was thrilled for Lemieux and his family that he was being honored like that. Anderson goes on to say he's like family.
Wow.
That's what from the North State Journal got that story for him. That's quite good.
Wow.
I love that. But just the class too. That's amazing. I think that's a great story.
That's a good way to leave it.
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
Wow. Didn't see that one coming. Appreciate everyone who's been with us this afternoon. I mean, Azzo, we got a lot of people online here. Do you want to just keep going for a stretch? Are you good?
Yeah, you tell me, man. I just don't know where to reset or like.
I don't
I'm
know.
Still like just kind of at a loss, you know.
I mean, no, you know what? I feel like that's a good place to end it. I take it back. That's a good place to end it. We've established a few things here. He should be in the Hall of Fame, Claude Lemieux.
Hell yeah.
Everyone's stunned at what just happened. Should be in the Hall of Fame. There's going to be a lot of organizations that are going to struggle with this. There's going to be a lot of people still playing in the Stanley Cup playoffs who are really going to be struggling with this. Some people just lost their agent. I got news for you. Sometimes agents are your best friend.
It's true.
The agent is there for whatever you need. Your family, yourself, whatever you need. And I'm fully expecting the Canes to recognize this moment with class tomorrow. And if the Habs happen to win that game tomorrow, and we're back at Bell Center Sunday night, whew, that is going to be a scene. I say no one brings out the torch that night. No torch. Just do something else.
It's a great call.
At the end of the day, especially for you younger listeners and viewers, and I do my best to respect the different types of audience we have, because I know we do. And I mean this in the kindest way possible. Claude Lemieux was an animal. An animal. And if you wanted to win the cup, and if you needed that something extra, like the Devils won the cup, he left the Devils. The Devils got him back, and they won the cup again. That's what Claude Lemieux was about. Was it always pretty with Claude Lemieux? No. There are some scars from others down through the years to show for it. No doubt about it, but that's how he played. And that's how his own team wanted it. 4 Stanley Cups, 80 career playoff goals, and he's a Conn Smythe Trophy winner. Again, June the 22nd this summer, the Hockey Hall of Fame will vote on, and I'm guessing announce, the incoming class of 2026 in downtown Toronto. I would be very disappointed if Claude Lemieux was not a part of that group. Make it happen, folks. It's time. You good, Azzo?
Yeah.
Good job. Let's get some ice cream. On behalf of Jeff Azzopardi and everyone here at Sick Media, my name is Sid. You've been watching and listening to the Sid Seixeiro Show, powered by Sick Media. Enjoy the rest of your day. Life's short, man. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Take care. We'll talk soon.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sid Seixeiro Show on YouTube, X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.